So a frail old man has been causing meltdowns in mighty China.
China is upset by the Dalai Lama's clear stand on his succession.
Last part about authority was more of a message to China, which has been locked in a long and bitter feud over control of the Dalai Lama's replacement.
So that's the latest update coming in, a clear warning in a way that China has now tried to give, completely rattled by India's strong message on Dalai Lama's succession.
China is particularly concerned about how the next Dalai Lama will be chosen, because this one old man is preventing China from cementing its legitimacy over Tibet. So in today's video, let's find out why these meltdowns are happening, why China is so concerned over Dalai Lama's latest statements, and how Tibet can still hope and dream as long as the Dalai Lama is free. So recently, two incidents made China angrier than a groyper who sees an Indian making more money than them. The first was Prime Minister Modi wished the Dalai Lama on his 90th birthday. Right after that, China got very triggered and warned India about its stand on Tibet. Let's just hope Pakistan isn't feeling too jealous about watching China's possessiveness about Tibet. And the second thing that happened is that Indian MPs from all over the political spectrum, from many different parties, passed a resolution that they want the Dalai Lama to get the Bharat Ratna, which is the highest civilian award in India. They also want him to address the parliament. This move shows support for one of the most important cultural figures in Tibet and probably the most important figure of Tibetan Buddhism. And China is very angry about this decision. And to understand why China is so angry about this, we need to learn a little bit more about Dalai Lama and Tibetan Buddhism. See, the Dalai Lama isn't elected or appointed. So a bit like Rahul Gandhi, right? Yes, but no. This is a bit more serious. He has a bit more importance. He is believed to be the reincarnation of Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion. A Bodhisattva is someone who has been awakened or is on the path of awakening and has vowed to help all living beings achieve enlightenment. They postpone their own final liberation or nirvana or moksha in order to guide others towards nirvana. In Tibetan Buddhism, the Dalai Lama isn't just a person. He's what they call a tulku, a spiritual guide who chooses rebirth to help others. He chooses to be reborn again and again for the sake of others' enlightenment. The current Dalai Lama comes from a line of Dalai Lama stretching back centuries. This process has been an organic process and has been in the hands of Tibetan culture for centuries, until the 20th century.
The Chinese forces marching upon their country were not an army of conquerors, but an army of liberation from Western imperialism.
When Chinese army entered 1950 in the Tibetan area, the Chinese army already crushed around 7,000 to 8,000 Tibetan soldiers.
And so obviously